I was home sleeping, hotel room, La Crosse, Wisconsin. Robbie Merritt comes in with Brian Jewett. No, without Brian Jewett. Brian Jewett was sleeping in the bed next to me. Robbie Merritt comes in, sleeps for a couple hours. I'm already asleep. Wakes up at about 4 or 5 in the morning. Probably 5. Wakes up, starts peeing on me from the other side of the bed. I wake up, don't really know what to do. I try to maybe hit him with a pillow, but then I realized quickly that if I hit him with a pillow, his pee would spray, probably get my face. So I don't do that. I just yell at Brian Jewett a lot to try and stop him. Doesn't really do anything. And then I get up and Robbie seems very kind of uncomfortable. Lays back down right where he peed on me. And then I pour beer on his head.
We stayed at a motel in Wellington, and there were bugs everywhere. We all got attacked by bugs on stage. Justin got attacked hardcore. He about quit playing and jumped off the stage. Came close to it, right? Yeah, I bit him a couple times. Mine didn't actually attack me; it attacked my drum set, and so I just kept on hitting my cymbals and stuff and trying to hit the bugs. And then the restaurant that we ate at had bugs. Bryson had a bug in his drink. And the people there were just cool with it. They just like seemed like it was normal.
We were in Cedar Rapids, Iowa? No. Yeah. Cedar Falls, Iowa? Cedar something, Iowa. And we were on tour with the Kings I was in my band Axiom from Kansas City at the time. And we did like a 2-week tour with the Midwest Kings, and the last out-of-town date was in Iowa, Cedar something. And we went and ate at this sub place, and the old bass player for the Midwest Kings, Briggs, got a horrible bout of diarrhea from the sub. And so we ended up staying at this sub place for about 4 hours until he could get it under control enough to get on the road.
Oh, well, it's in San Antonio when we had a tire burst, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, we got done with the wedding reception. I mean, it was kind of fun. People really liked the show. When we were on our way out, we had a tire explode. Like, it was lucky because it was on just a regular street. If it would have been on the expressway, it could have been horrible. All their equipment was in that trailer. But I just remember Eric looks out the back, or Eric Donis, and he's just like, hey, we got to stop. Hey, we got to stop. And then nobody knew what was going on.
Thought the trailer was going to go off and just go tumbling down the road. It was pretty scary.
Where do we stay? Anywhere that'll have us. We've stayed in everything from Embassy Suites to cockroach and cricket infested floors because it was cheaper. So, yeah, we even slept in our van a few times.
If it's a good tour, I stay in a hotel by myself. Most tours are in one hotel room crammed with 9 people, or if I'm not that fortunate, it's someone's couch/floor that I've met the night of the gig.
It's really difficult in a musician's life, I guess, because they have to work during the day because they don't make money, and it is really hard on them, and they are basically nocturnal and have completely different lives as a lot of other people.
Music business pretty much is today, it's like how much money can we make off you, or who do you know, or something like that. And it's not as much as back in the day. It's like, oh, this band rocks and they have tons of people at their shows. Let's sign these guys.
I could probably make a lot more money and be a lot more emotionally stable if I had a job that I was good at. But I feel like the talents that I was given kind of lend itself to music and to just arts in general. And so I don't want to be one of those people that wastes or squanders, a gift. And my dad is head and shoulders a better guitar player than I am. And he sells jewelry for a living, and he makes shit money. And it's just something where, either way, I'll probably never make, a lot of money, but at least if I'm doing something I enjoy, it kind of offsets the cost a little bit. So.
No club really wants to book a band that no one knows, because it's like, they open their doors and their bills are going up, and
you don't bring anyone in, pay their bills. So it's like, it's a lot of, you know, butt kissing. You have to be best friends with the people you hate, the people that screw you over. You have to be like really nice to them. Like most clubs screw you over. You know, we've played hundreds of shows in Tulsa, and I think we've only been paid a few times in these shows.
They own nothing except their equipment, and to keep themselves on the road. You know, keeping the money to stay out to eat in different, you know, rooms and stuff like that. And they really don't have any entertainment except the music business. You know, they don't have the money to do anything else, and they just have really given everything up for that. If it's girlfriends, if they can wait, then that's good. If they can't, then that's usually over too. So really, I don't think anyone can realize how much they've given up to do this. They've given up college degrees, you know, all of them really intelligent guys. But, you know, it's kind of this is your passion, this is what you put into it. You put everything into it, and they put everything into it.
I don't really have any friends. Pretty much the only people I talk to are the guys in the band. I'm going to go home for like a week here because I haven't been home for more than the times we're playing a show in like 6 months. So I'm going to go back for like a week and just hang out with them and chill with my family because we're going to be out during like Thanksgiving.
A big part of why, you know, me and my wife are in love has also to do with who I am, okay? So she loves the fact that I'm a musician, and I love the fact that she understands that. So, I mean, before we had a baby, my wife would go to every single gig, okay? I was known, hey, he's the guy that brings his wife, you know, to the gig. But it has its hard times, you know, but the trick is that you have to balance it out, and you have to be able to give time to everything, you know. And of course, I mean, they have to come first anyways, you know, and they have to understand that. And sometimes when you're playing and you're busy, you have to stop and make sure that they know you go first, you know, the band comes second.
They'll be gone for 2 or 3 months, and then we'll be home for a couple of weeks. And when he comes home, he's trying to squeeze in mom and dad and friends. And when you're 21, you're mostly trying to squeeze in friends, which I understand. So I don't see him nearly as much as I would like to, for sure.
I think all of our friends came from because they started hanging out because we have shows a lot, and so that's kind of how we started getting a group of friends. Maybe so I have friends because of the band.
I've had girlfriends that we broke up because I was in a band. Like, it's pretty rough. Even when just being with the guys a lot, we get in arguments and stuff. I mean, it's like a marriage. I mean, husband and wife, they fight all the time, and when you're together all the time, especially a bunch of dudes that want to be dominant, want to be the top dog, it's a lot of fighting, but we're all guys and we don't even care. Usually at the end of the day, we're just like, whatever. We're a band.
My girlfriend lives in Kansas City. So distance sucks. General relationships, it's just a matter, I think, of being honest and upfront with the people that you care about and saying, hey, this takes precedence 9 times out of 10. Obviously, with family situations, it's different. If I think I know what you're asking, I have had to cancel a couple dates here and there. So yeah, it happens.
To be in a relationship and be a touring musician, you have to really have someone that understands what you're doing and believes in what you're doing. Trust is a major issue, only because it's hard. The cliche of a rock and roll guy is you play a show and you party all night and you get laid by 4 different chicks. I mean, the reality of that is that none of that happens. A lot of times they want someone that has stability, they want an 8 to 5 job, and obviously as a musician you can't give them that. And so yeah, pretty much they're non-existent.